Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks. And here we stand, al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, that's a Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
That's right, boys and girls. It's a time for... I sounded like Mario. It's a time for the ProBoh Show. It's time for the ProBoh Show. How you doing out there, guys? It's Friday. You made it. Congratulations. Oh... We can see the weekend, Natch. I can smell the frothy beer waiting for me at the end of today's shift. I'm going to have a little beerito with my friend Alberto this afternoon. Any plans for the weekend, Natch?
No, not so far.
Those are the best plans. Yeah, no, me neither right now. I was debating maybe cinema, maybe go out for dinner or something. I don't know. More than likely, I'll be at home. I'll eat Indian food and watch some terrible reality television. That's what I do, man. That's how I spend my life. A quick hello to everybody joining me in the chat. If you want to join in with it and contribute to the content on today's show, you can do that at twitch.tv/professional bohemian. If you want to interact with the content in other ways, you can do that on my Instagram at Professional Bohemian, Bohemio Profesional, or on my YouTube. I think they use handles now. It's also at the ProBoh Show. Anyway, that's all the promotion done. Friends, what's coming up in today's show? Let me tell you. Well, we've got an interesting second half of the show today where I ask 100 humans to name somewhere you see a lot of people gossiping. Somewhere where you see a lot of people gossiping. How do you say gossip in Spanish?
Cotillando.
Cotillando, that's it. I knew that one. I should have known that, Natch. Desnivelazo for Rob. And then in Complete the News, we look at what is being banned in school cafeterias in Alabama. And then we go to India and look at the police force out there. But that's all that fun and entertainment, guys, is coming up in the second half of the show. In the first half, we have an amazing Los Gossipos, says Min. You speak Spanish like I do, or like I did for at least the first 10 years I was here. Surely if I speak in English and add an O, people will understand. The unpopular opinion today, a good one. Quite a mixed reaction I got. The unpopular opinion today is getting what you want does not make you happy. But we'll get into that in a brief while. Before that, I'm here, friends. You're here. Natch is here. Let's see what's going on in the world. So no cinema, Natch. There's some good stuff. Guardians of the Galaxy, mind you. Actually, saying that, Guardians of the Galaxy, although it's a great movie, I wouldn't recommend it for children. It's kind of dark. It's kind of a dark movie, my dude. It will if all I want is happiness. If what I want is happiness, that makes me... Getting what you want does not make you happy. Okay. Yeah. We have some psychological... I did do my research today with today's unpopular opinion. We'll get to it, though. We'll get to it. Okay, let's look at what's going on in the world. A plastic-eating fungi. No estoy diciendo un hombre divertido, Natch. I mean a fungi. Como setas, like mushrooms. So a plastic-eating fungi is found in Chinese salt marshes. You're saying to yourself, well, why do I care about this, Rob? Because plastic-eating organisms can reduce... I mean, we have a real problem on planet Earth, folks, with the amount of plastics that are floating in our oceans, that are in our water supply, that are even being found in our blood and the blood of creatures on the planet. So this is a big deal. So this piece of news coming from RTE.ie, an Irish newspaper. This was actually sent to me by Mr. Fitzgerald yesterday evening. Researchers have discovered plastic-eating bacteria in fungi in coastal salt marshes in the Jiangsu province in eastern China, which could potentially be utilized for global waste management. The only thing that worries me, Natch, is what about when they've eaten all the plastics? Do they suddenly turn into human flesh-eating fungi? We'll be living in the Last of Us universe. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, it was weird. Do you remember we did the forever chemicals in the rain? Dude, what have we done to the planet, dudes? What have we done to the planet? Nessa says, and do they poop plastic too? Because that won't help. Yeah, interesting. I wonder what they do poop, because obviously you take in some kind of substance, they've got to kind of poop something. They're pooping gold. Imagine that. They eat plastic and poop gold. I want some of those fungi. The algae must feed, says Min. Yeah, but interesting stuff, right? Apparently, in total, there are 184 fungal and 55 bacterial strains capable of breaking down various plastics, all found in this salt marsh in China. And this is big news for the world, man. This is big news to clean up our oceans and our landfills. Do they become a giant walking plastic? Says Nessa. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we're just creating a problem for ourselves in the future. Maybe one day a big dinosaur made out of plastic bacteria will climb out of the oceans and destroy Tokyo. Who knows? I don't know, friends. I don't know the future. I don't make the news. I just report it. Okay, another piece of news. Oh, welcome back, Elon Musk, to the mix. Elon's been outspoken recently. Elon don't care. That's bad English. Elon doesn't care. Elon Musk calls working from home morally wrong. Oof. Natch. Elon Musk, he calls working from home morally wrong. So it's like, it's wrong at a fundamental moral basis. This is news from The Independent. Natch, let me ask you something. We work from the office every day, all day, every day. Do you feel at all jealous when, like, our co-workers are allowed to work from home?
Yes, I do.
Do you hate them a little bit?
No.
I'll be like, when I did the Camino the first time, and I was in a lot of pain, I hated the cyclists. We just whizzed past you. Buen Camino! Like, you're an asshole. Suffer. Well, this is the reason I ask, naturally, because he kind of uses people like you and I. Well, not exactly like you and I, but people who have to come into work as an example of why working from home may be morally wrong. What's this? The bridge says the human race continues to experiment. Well, I don't think the human race made these bacterias, Bridge. I think nature made them. Let's see. Nessa asks why, so let's get into it. This is from The Independent. Elon Musk, in an interview with CNBC, criticized the practice of working from home, labeling it as morally wrong. He described remote workers as, I love that, if Elon Musk is good at anything, it's sound bites. He describes remote workers as the laptop classes. So like el clase portátil, Natch. These people who can work from home. And argued that this issue extends beyond just productivity. Musk equated work from home to a let them eat cake attitude. Let them eat cake, a reported statement from Marie Antoinette. So he described it as a let them eat cake attitude. I can work from home. I don't care about the people who don't have to. Viewing it as hypocritical for some people to have the privilege of working remotely while service industry workers are required to go to workplaces. What do you think? Do you think he has a point, Natch? Do you think if some of us have to work from the office, all of us should?
No. You can do it from home.
Yeah, if you can, yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I'm inherently, like, I'm torn with this one. Because I do see kind of a point there. My sense of justice kind of thinks, well, if me and Natch have to come into the office, then everybody should have to come in. But then there's also a big part of me that wants to disagree with whatever comes out of Elon Musk's mouth. So I'm torn here. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. He is, he's the king of hyperbole. He makes points. He often makes decent points badly. I don't know. I'm not sure if I agree with him on this one. I'm not sure I agree with him on this one. I mean, that's like saying, well, service industry workers get paid below minimum wage, so everyone should be paid below minimum wage. I mean, it's a ridiculous argument. Every job is different, right? Every job is different. So yeah, maybe he's wrong on this one. In June 2022, Musk imposed a strict return to office policy at Tesla, requiring employees to spend at least 40 hours a week in the office. And they're complaining about that? Dude, I would love to only spend 40 hours here. If I only spent 40 hours here, I'd be going home on Wednesday evening and taking a long weekend. Okay, let's continue. Let's see. Funnily enough, I'd class Musk as unethical due to being in the gold-hoarding dragon category. Oh, man, you're going to get a ProBoh approved, sir.
ProBoh approved.
Dude, he is. He is. Any man with that much money. I think I consider that morally wrong, to hoard that much wealth when there's so much poverty and wealth disparity in the world. That's morally wrong, Elon. Great point, man. Thank you for centering the argument for me. The bridge says, we are now thinking of using them. If they have found plastic in human blood, plastic which we created, we will now be eating fungal poop. I mean, we already eat fungal poop, I imagine, right? I'd rather eat fungus poo than plastic. I'm going to be honest with you. But thank you, Bridge, for that insight. Nessa is here. She says, I think he's eaten too much plastic and it's stuck in his brain. Yeah, maybe, Nessa, maybe. Okay, let's continue. Got a lot of news today. Oof. We maybe only have time for one more, Natch. Do you want to know about Disney or do you want to know about TikTok?
TikTok.
Okay, TikTok. This piece of news, well, actually, this has been reported by several different outlets. I'm going to cover a story here by Giant Freaking Robot. Giant Freaking, but without the G, freakingrobot.com. Believe it or not, it's quite a reputable source of tech news. So TikTok has been outlawed in parts of the United States. TikTok has been banned in parts of the United States, Natch. In a bill recently signed into law in Montana, you'll recognize Montana, Natch, because it's where Hannah comes from. Will ban TikTok in the state, making it the first US law that restricts Americans' access to the internet. Governor Greg Gianforte signed Bill SB 419, which prohibits TikTok from operating within Montana and demands that the app stores make it unavailable to residents, effective January 1st, 2024. Do you have any problem with this? Do you think we should ban TikTok everywhere, Natch?
No.
No, me neither. This smacks to me of controlling the media. You know, like, haven't we criticized in the West countries like China, Iran, Russia, who restrict access to Western services? Haven't we done that? Oh, you can't get you can't get Twitter in China. Really? Is that where we're at now? Is that what America? Is that what America's doing? Makes me sad, man. And it's particularly because I think the most hypocritical thing about this piece of news is that globally we have the exact privacy concerns, if not more privacy concerns, with platforms like Facebook, Twitter. Yet TikTok is the one that they ban. I mean, okay, there is another side, but if you're here in Europe, here's what I will say to you. You know, we in Europe, or the European Union has fought against Facebook because they store our data in the US, or our European citizen data gets stored offshore. Okay, that's one concern. America is concerned because Chinese residents have access to US people's data. Can they not come to some kind of consensus rather than say, okay, you can't access this side of the internet? That feels demagogic to me. I'll be honest with you. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of banning platforms. Banning platforms for behaving. Like in the States, banning a foreign platform for behaving like American platforms behave. Like, I mean specifically Google, Facebook, Twitter, who use our data, scrape our data, know everything about us. Come on. Yeah, but they've taken so much of our market share. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, but punish them for being successful. Well done, Montana. Let's see what people are saying. Min, how is that the first law that restricts internet access? Loads of things have been blocked and hidden, and we think that's normal. Yeah, I mean, the dark web arguably would not exist if things hadn't been made unavailable to most of us. That's a fair point, man. Okay, I think we do have time. Let's talk very quickly about Disney. Disney scraps an $867 million plan in Florida while there is a feud going on with Ron DeSantis, the Florida governor, and a potential candidate for the U.S. presidency. I really was a little bit up and down on whether I was going to report on this or not, but I think the whole fiasco that's happening with between Disney and the Republican governor or governance out there in Florida is kind of a fascinating, childish tit-for-tat argument. So Walt Disney Company, this is coming from the BBC, by the way. Walt Disney Company has abandoned plans to build a new $867 million corporate campus in Florida due to escalating tensions with the state's Republican-led government. So let me give you a little breakdown of what happened here. So the relationship between Disney and Florida's government started to become strained when Disney opposed a law banning the discussion of sexual orientation or gender identity in public schools. So Disney came out and spoke against that. And then from there, it seemed like a bit of a revenge move. I'll read a little bit from this. Florida responded by moving to take control of the Reedy Creek Improvement District. What is the Reedy Creek Improvement District? It's a 25,000-acre self-governing zone that is basically Disney World. So Florida was trying to take control of the land in which Disney World sits upon. Disney sued the state, accusing it of retaliating for expressing particularly unpopular viewpoints. So this is, it's strange because the first person in American politics that would decry freedom of speech might be someone like Ron DeSantis. Disney says publicly they disagree with something, and he says, "I don't want the speech to be that free." So I guess Disney is retaliating by saying, "Well, okay, we were going to invest $800 or nearly $900 million in Florida. I guess we're not going to do that now." It's a fascinating story. I suggest if you're interested, you skip back a few months and you can follow the whole thing play out. And it's interesting how much power Disney actually wields to go head to head against the government, or at least a governing body, against a Republican-led state government. So it's interesting to see how much power they actually wield in the state of Florida. I find it fascinating. They've banned Harry Potter books in Texas, or tried to. Really, Nessa? Oh my God, I did not know that. Almost as if DeSantis is one of the most incompetent people in politics. Yeah, it's interesting. You've heard, if you've been following the journey of Ron DeSantis, which I have because I personally find the American political process fascinating. And obviously the elections are going to come up pretty soon. So I'm following DeSantis' story. As he might be the Republican, or one of the Republicans that run for office. And he's apparently among Republicans decried as a very kind of abrasive and charmless individual. So let's see what happens. Anyway, yeah, I don't like to talk too much politics, and especially kind of expressing kind of controversial viewpoints for or against either side. I think this show exists best when it's in an area of grey. But yeah, it's awfully interesting to see corporations and governments coming head to head like this. Specifically in the case of Florida and Disney, because the two are synonymous with each other. Okay, let's see. Let's go to today's unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
All right, my friend, what is an unpopular opinion? It is a brain fart, un pedo cerebral, un pedo mental, una rayada. I share it with you on my Instagram being @professionalbohemian. You guys vote on it, and then the real decision makers are the people who are watching and interacting with the show live right now, and they will tell us a definitive answer. But right now, it's up for debate. Getting what you want doesn't make you happy. Do you agree, Natch, or do you disagree?
I disagree.
You disagree. So getting what you want does make you happy.
Yes.
How do you think people voted?
Disagree as well.
It was actually the opposite. They say 64% said true. Getting what you want does not make you happy. Yeah. This is very similar to one we've done in the past, although I refined the question somewhat. Let's see. Nessa says, and again, some are trying to control what others say or don't say and think. Exactly. Both sides for me are equally responsible in either misrepresenting or mischaracterizing what freedom of speech is, or just out and out plain making it harder and harder to express an honest opinion. And freedom of speech doesn't necessarily mean a freedom of responsibility, or doesn't mean you can say whatever the hell you like without feeling any pushback. Anyway, go on. We're getting on today's unpopular opinion, and that is getting what you want does not make you happy. Here we go. We'll very briefly go over some pros and cons here. Thank you, ProBoh Show elves. Psychological research shows that humans quickly adapt to new circumstances. So this is in the pro column, agreeing with the statement that it doesn't make you happy, saying that humans will quickly adapt to a new circumstance. When we get what we want, the initial joy fades as we adjust to the new situation and our expectations rise. This concept, known as the hedonistic treadmill. A treadmill is like a máquina de correr, I think you'd say in Spanish, like a running machine, right? Or cinta de correr.
Nivelazo.
Oh, Natch! I didn't even have to ask you for that one. All right. I feel good when I impress the Natch. This Friday's going well, folks. The hedonistic treadmill. It suggests that achieving desires doesn't result in long-term happiness. And also, again, and I've mentioned this book a ton of times, The Paradox of Choice by Barry Schwartz. Having many options and getting exactly what we want can lead to anxiety and dissatisfaction. Making a choice could cause us to question whether it was the right one and potentially lead to regret, even when we have chosen something we initially desired. And then in the con column, disagreeing with this point. Numerous studies in the field of positive psychology suggest that setting and achieving personal goals contributes to happiness. This includes the fulfillment of both short-term desires and long-term aspirations. And then a little bit on self-determination theory. This theory, developed by psychologists Richard Ryan and Edward Deci, states that meeting one's inherent needs, those inherent needs being autonomy, competence, and relatedness, fosters happiness and well-being. When these needs align with personal wants and are satisfied, they can enhance happiness. So you would probably agree with those statements, I imagine, Natch. Let's say it's difficult to say because I think most people don't actually have a good understanding of what they truly want and get distracted by things like material possessions. It's a great point, man. The Bridge says, accountability paired with freedom of speech. Yeah. That's how it should be, Bridge. Okay. Let's see, I did get some messages from our own Vanessa, actually, in the chat, messaged me on Instagram. She said, only sometimes. Usually when what you want is more of a generic, is more generic, but specific things, more material ones, more material needs don't bring you long-term happiness. Mammon says, unless what you want is to be unhappy, then getting what you want will make you happy. I don't know. I think that was a bit of a troll. That was Mamen Rivera. I have some more comments from you guys. Deanna said, the best thing to do is never expect anything. Either way, it'll be disappointing. And then we have another comment from Mary we will get to after the break. So here's your task over the next 4 minutes, my friends. I will post a poll and you will tell me, does getting what you want make you happy? Yes or no? Interesting. I'm not going to decide. You guys are. Friends, a lot of things you could be doing on this marvelous Friday morning, but instead of doing those things, you took the time to spend some time with me, and it means the world. I'll see you in 4 minutes. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. You're listening to the ProBoh Show. If you're lucky enough to be joining us live, it is currently 9 a.m. Central European Time, or if you're one of those angelic beings that follow us on our podcast, then welcome. God knows what time it is or where you are. One thing I do know is you're an awfully special person. In a good way. Yeah, guys, like the numbers of the podcast have gone through the roof recently, so thank you so much. Guys, if you do enjoy the show, the best way to get it out there is to share it, so please consider doing that. All right, so if you just tuned in, what were we talking about today? Well, we've been talking about everything from plastic eating fungi to Elon Musk saying working from home is morally wrong. We also looked briefly at Disney's relationship with Florida and that TikTok has been outlawed in Montana. And it just doesn't sit well with me, that, friends. Does not sit well. Freedom of speech, except if it's a Chinese company. Don't get it. And then we moved on to today's unpopular opinion, which was getting what you want does not make you happy. Getting what you want does not make you happy. All right, so let's see what people were saying. Firstly, I'll just read Mary's message that she sent me. I do get these messages when I post an unpopular opinion. I like to cover them. She says, mainly because in general, we don't know what we want. Knowing what you want will set you free. Besides, it won't be a materialistic thing. Look inside yourself and enjoy. I love that. Did I read Patricia's? She said, just for a very short time. After that, you'll want another thing that you will think will make you happier. True story. Dude, that's why I hate marketing. That's why I hate it, even though I worked in it. You know, that whole idea of the new and improved. This is new and improved, meaning that what you currently do and the way you live your life is old and inferior. I hate it. So yeah, let's get to our chat. Nessa continues. She says, I think material goals might give you immediate joy, but then I'm sorry, the thing is, the chat is scrolling very fast. You guys are doing great. Let's see. But then you go on to the next thing. But if what you want is something bigger, I think it will make you happy. Coralism says the problem with human beings is that once we get what we want something else. And the bridge says, yes, in order to know what makes you happy, you first need to use your brain and think. You know what? Can we get everyone a big ProBoh approved?
ProBoh approved.
You guys are killing it today. You guys are killing it today. Min says it also depends on what you mean by happiness. The argument in favor of the opinion seems to focus on short-lived happiness boost you get from doing something exciting or getting something new. But what if we classify happiness as prolonged period of content? It's an interesting point. Yeah, because getting what you want, I think in the long term, does not make you does not provide any prolonged happiness. And when I say that, I even mean those not even material things. Say what you want is to fall in love. Doesn't mean you're going to be happy for the rest of your life. You know, this isn't a Disney movie. You know, happily ever after does not exist. Sorry. Yeah, good morning, guys. Welcome to the ProBoh Show. Happily ever after does not exist. Enjoy your day. You're looking a bit grey there, Rob, says Sasha. How can I look grey when I'm bald? Must be the light shining off my head. It's 5 p.m. over here in Sydney. Welcome, Sasha. It's awesome to see you here. Nessa says, not wanting to get philosophical here, but I find letting life surprise you and going with the flow can make you happier than expecting certain things. And good morning, Vero and guys. All right, these are great points, guys. These are great points. Very soon we'll get to the results of the poll. Not quite yet. I wanted to highlight a few little studies, particularly one. Where was it from? From the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology. A study published in this reputable Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, states that people who pursue happiness by trying to obtain material possessions are less happy than those who pursue happiness through other means. And guys, if you're interested in picking through data about happiness, there's a great website called Our World, Nuestro Mundo, ourworldindata.org. And you'll find some really interesting information there. So it seems to be that we kind of believe that actual real happiness, prolonged happiness, doesn't make you happy. But what do the actual numbers say from our ProBoh audience? Let's see. Natch, can we get a little drum roll? So I made the statement that getting what you want does not make you happy, and 71% of you agreed. Natch, what's going on here, man? Yeah, they disagree with you today. The Oracle. You know what I think? I think 71% of the world are just wrong, Natch. I changed my opinion as soon as I knew yours. No, but there is data out there. Number one, there's data to suggest that we don't actually even know what makes us happy. You know what I mean? A lot of happiness, as we consider it. Oh, I love those. Those make me happy. Is sometimes kind of a chemical reaction. I mean, if it's food, usually it's a chemical reaction to some kind of sugar. For me, anyway. I love pizza, Natch. Love me some hamburgers. Yeah, but what about that actual happiness, that prolonged happiness? Well, if you look at the data suggests that if you want to know what makes you happy, it's you. What lives within you right now, you know? Like people who've won the lottery after 2 years of living with that money demonstrate no extra happiness than your average Joe who lost the lottery every single week. You know, Pete Best, the original drummer of the Beatles, was once asked, would he have been happier if they'd have kept him in the Beatles? And he said, no, I think it worked out perfectly fine. I'm very happy. I think happiness is a very, very, very subjective thing. And I think what we should all be doing is learning how to be happy with what we have rather than trying to pursue something or get something to be infused by happiness. Happiness lives within you. And I think quite often it's a choice or a mindset rather than a choice. I don't want to kind of minimize any suffering out there, but quite often it's a mindset. You know, this is the way my life is. And I'm going to love it. As flawed and imperfect as it is. It's important to remember that while fulfilling desires can provide temporary happiness, sustainable happiness often relies on personal growth, meaningful relationships, and a sense of purpose in life. So there you go, friends. That's my final thought on today's unpopular opinion, but I think we might let... Well, we might let Min and Coralism take it away from here. Min says, prolonged happiness doesn't make you happy. Did I say that? What man of words? Yeah, sorry. There was a little bit of verbal diarrhea. My bad. I probably meant something else. No, what I was trying to say is like prolonged happiness is not something you can chase after. Prolonged happiness is about an attitude. It's about a mindset, not about an achievement. You know, because prolonged happiness, you can decide now that over the next 5 years you're going to be happy. You know, or avoid stress. Like I always use this analogy: people don't go on holiday to be infused by happiness. They go to escape their problems, and when they do that, they're generally happy, aren't they? Let's see, Coralism. Today's unpopular opinion reminds me of Pixar's movie Soul. The main character wanted to be in a jazz band more than anything else, and he thought that that would make him happy. But when he achieved it, he realized he wasn't. The film's message is that not all of us have a purpose in life, and that happiness can be found in little things every day. Oof, can we get Coralism ProBoh approved?
ProBoh approved.
The Bridge says, yes, it's all about happiness. Vero says, prolonged happiness doesn't exist. Once you've got what you wanted, there's always someone who screws it. Yeah, or quite often we screw ourselves. Sorry, I'm a child. Yeah, no, but quite often, seriously, we screw ourselves. You know, we get what we want, and then the goalpost moves, and we want something else. As I think Coco said, a bunch of people said. You know, we get something, that thing that's supposed to be the seat of happiness, right? Whether that's some kind of career success or some kind of financial thing, or even, you know, some kind of deeper knowledge of us, we ourselves, and then we move the goalposts. You know, I wanted so badly as a child to have a radio show. I achieved that goal at 21, and then I wanted to have a TV show. That was the thing that was going to make me happy. I had a TV show. You know, and what's the next goal? You know, the goal is always moving. You know, I wanted to paint a picture. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. Learning guitar is gonna make me happy. Now that I learned how to play the guitar, no, actually, it was the piano. So then I start learning the piano. God, that's been the story of my life, man. And I found actual happiness when I stopped chasing it. You know, I stopped chasing it. You've got to enjoy the journey, friends. And I think I will leave this unpopular opinion right there and move on to today's 100 Humans. Oh, guys, it was a long walk to work today. My legs are tired. Across snow-capped mountains, friends, and through river valleys. And on that walk, I encountered 100 humans, and I asked them all a question. Today I asked them to name somewhere you see a lot of people gossiping. Cotillando, right, Natch? Cotillando? Thank you. I don't think it's a problem with chasing bigger things as long as you don't lose sight of where you currently are and how good or bad that is. Nessa says, that's very true. You just have to realize when it's within you. I do think you can be happy, although you have bad days. You're still happy at the core. True story. Richard has interviewed once a man that had a really serious health problem, and he was so happy and grateful for his life. Yeah, I remember that guy. I can't remember his name either, but wow, Coco, yeah, that was an amazing show. We'll be no worries, Sasha. Sasha's going to be lurking. Kimpa says, I love gossiping too. All right. Here we go. Natch, name a place where you'd see a lot of people gossiping.
At your workplace?
At your workplace. At work. Okay, I asked 100 humans to name a place where you see a lot of people gossiping at work. Yes, it's there. Well done, Natch. It's the fourth most popular answer, Natch, with 14 of 100 humans saying you see a lot of people gossiping at work. Very good. Okay. Min says school. You see people gossiping at school. I don't even think that's just, I don't even think that's kids. I think that's the parents and the teachers. All right. But is it there? Did the 100 humans agree? Yes, they did. Well done. It is the fifth most popular answer, with 10 of 100 humans saying school. Well done. All right, let's continue. Supermarket. The supermarket, says Nessa Vanessa. El supermercado. Oh, yeah, I don't get any laugh off of that. It's too similar.
Wow, qué nivelazo.
Natch is like, it's Friday. I tell you what, I'm going to give Nessa that. Well done, Nessa. The 100 Humans said a shopping centre, mall, supermarket. Why not? Same kind of thing. It is the second most popular answer with 20 of 100 Humans. Well done, well done. Okay, Min says the hairdressers, hair salon, barber. I'm going to take that as a personal insult, Natch. This is why I don't... This is how much I hate to engage in gossip, Natch. I went bald. All right, is it a barber, hairdresser, hair salon? Is it there? Yes, it is. Well done, Min. It is the sixth most popular answer with 5 of 100 Humans saying people gossip in a hair salon. Well done. All right, let's see. A school front door, parents criticizing teachers and other parents. Yeah, I imagine it's hell. Min says the lunchtime show. Somewhere where you see people gossiping. Do we, Natch, do we gossip on the lunchtime show? I don't think we do we? Nah. Yeah, maybe a bit. Only about Pedro from IT. Not Pedro, goddamn, what's his name? Diego, thank you. Jeez. I know there's only like 6 names in Spain. I can't I can't remember them. Okay. Let's see. A pub, says Nessa Finessa. A pub, a bar, right? But is it there? It's not there. I'm sorry, it's not there. It's not there. It's adjacent to another answer, though. It's just too far away to include it. So sorry. We've had school as an answer. Thank you, Bridge. At work, we've had as an answer also, Coco. Mother's group, says Sasha. Yeah, I imagine. I can only imagine. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you some clues, friends. I'm going to give you some clues. What would you say is the Spanish version of a British pub? Spanish version of a British pub. What do you think, Natch?
A bar?
Yeah, well, a bar, you'd say in Spain because they serve a particular drink. Coffee, right? So coffee shop is there. Well done, guys. Well done. Coffee shop. Well done. Nessa also said bar. Well done. Bars in Spain, guys, are like coffee shops in the rest of the world. All right, let's continue. Not every bar, obviously. Bridge is just repeating answer. Bridge, pub has been said, it's not there. Sorry. Okay, let's go. All right, how do I give you clues for this? You'd go here on a Sunday, I think, Natch. Usually a Sunday morning. I would go every Sunday morning, definitely. I'm not at home. I'm not at home sleeping. I get up early to go to a place, to lift the weight of my soul. So, I think Sasha has an answer. Nessa has an answer. Do you, Natch?
A church.
A church. Well done. You know, a church or a place of worship. Let's say a place of worship. Okay. The number one answer, no one's gotten it. It's adjacent to the bridge says an Irish pub. Nessa said a bar. Or someone else said pub much further up. Okay, it's not a pub, but at these events you'll see people doing the same thing, drinking, dancing, usually to celebrate something specific. Usually to celebrate a specific landmark, or event. Natch, do you think you know? No, he doesn't, right?
No.
Okay, you know, there are several kinds of these. You know, there are more infantile ones with balloons and paper hats. You know, more adult ones. Any closer, Natch?
Birthday parties. But
I'll take it. Party, well done. Nessa also said party. Well done. Okay, you see people gossiping at a party. Here we go. So I asked 100 humans to name a place you see people gossiping. In position number 7, we had a coffee shop or a bar here in Spain. In position number 6, we had a hair salon, barbers, hairdressers. Well done to Min on that one. In position number 5, we had a school. A school. A lot of people said like school doors and things where parents get together and gossip about the kids and the other parents. In position number 4, we had work. We had work is a place where people gossip. In position number 3, we had a place of worship, like a church. 18 of 100 humans said a place of worship. In position number 2, we had a mall or a shopping centre or a supermarket with 20 of 100 humans. And finally, in position number 1, and I guess Natch and Nessa Finessa got it right after a bunch of clues, 24 of 100 humans was party. Well done. You know, I didn't anticipate that one to be so difficult, Natch. But it was. It was. A lot of clues given out there. I'll take that as a win for myself. Okay, let's go to complete the news.
Complete the news!
Woo! Okay, friends, complete the news. I'm going to give you a news headline, but I'm going to leave out some important information. I want to try and get through both. The only thing you need to write, if you're one of the people who are watching right now but aren't participating, this is your moment, because all you have to write is A, B, or C. So here we go. Try and complete the news. Blank may soon be banned in school cafeterias. Blank may soon be banned in school cafeterias. Is it A, religious iconography, like crucifixes, things like that? Is it A, religious iconography, B, chocolate milk, or C, salad? I'll give you a clue. This is news coming from Alabama. Blank may soon be banned in school cafeterias. Natch, I'm going to go to you. Do you think you know what it is? A, religious iconography, B, chocolate milk, C, salad.
A.
You think A, religious iconography may soon be banned in school cafeterias? Let's see. Coco, The Bridge, Coralism, everyone in chat says B, chocolate milk. No one thinks salad. Damn, salad is the first thing I would ban. All right, let's get a drum roll. Salad. No, I'm joking. Chocolate milk, B. True story, man. Chocolate milk may soon be banned in school cafeterias. Chocolate milk might be removed from the menu in elementary and middle schools across the US. This move is being considered due to high sugar content found in flavored milks. Okay, well done, well done. Okay, next piece of news. Here we go. India police force tells officers to blank or quit. So Indian police force tells officers, so that you've got to imagine the higher ups, the people in charge of or in positions of authority within the police are telling officers to blank or to quit. So if you don't do this, leave the job. We don't want you. Is it A, to learn to read? What? To learn to read, A. Is it B, to lose weight? Or is it C, to learn English? India police force tells officers to blank or quit. This is coming from the BBC. Is it A, learn to read, B, lose weight, or C, learn English? This piece of news coming from India, obviously, Assam in India. What do you think, Natch? A, B, or C?
A. Learn to read.
You think A, learn to read? We've got a mixture of answers here. Seems to be a tie between A and B. I think, Natch, in these occasions, you are the tiebreaker, sir. And you said A, so we're going to go for A. All right, guys. Nessa, I will salute you for being the only person to say C, learn English. All right, here we go. India police force tells officers to, drumroll Natch, lose weight. Yeah. Tells officers to lose weight or to quit. Do you think that would happen in the West, dude? Do you think you could get away with that without it being discrimination? I mean, yeah, I suppose because of the job, right? Because it's a police, quite an active kind of... Yeah, here we go. So this came from the BBC today. Police officers in the Indian state of Assam have been told to reduce their weight or consider voluntary retiring. This mandate, announced by the state's Director General of Police, states that officers' body mass index, BMI, will be recorded from mid-August, and those who are categorized as obese will have until November to lose the weight. Yeah, incredible. I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about that. If I was, I mean, I suppose if you're a police officer, you have to go through, or at least in the beginning, have to go through a certain amount of training. And then eventually, I guess, you let yourself go. If you need to catch someone running, you need to be fit. True story, Nessa, true story. So there you go. That was today's Complete the News, guys. Wow, what a fun show. We have spoken about everything from plastic-eating mushrooms. Could be a world saver, friends. The plastic-eating fungi found in the salt marshes, found on rte.ie. We've spoken about Elon Musk's calls working from home morally wrong. We spoke about the Disney Florida feud, and that TikTok is being banned in parts of the US, namely Montana. Then we moved on to the unpopular opinion, where there was getting what you want does not make you happy. I've got lots of links for that. And obviously 2 amazing Complete the Newses there. Friends, all those links that I've just mentioned, I post them on my Patreon. So if you want to support me as a creator, go there and enjoy all the extra content that I post for you there. Friends, it has been a hell of a week on the ProBoh Show this week. Thank you so much for being here, friends. So many things you could have been doing today. So many on a Friday morning. But instead of doing those things, you took the time to spend some time with me, and it means the absolute world. Guys, thank you, and see you next week.